If you're over 60 and feel like your hair is adding years to your look, you might be just one haircut away from feeling 10 years lighter, inside and out. Last Thanksgiving, my cousin Linda walked into the room. Same cozy sweater, same gentle laugh. But something about her stopped us all. She looked radiant. My sister leaned over and whispered, "Did Linda get work done?" Nope, she just cut her hair. A soft, chin-length bob with face-framing layers. And suddenly, her whole presence felt lighter, younger, more Linda than ever. Over pumpkin pie, she told me, "I didn't realize how much my old hair was weighing me down until I saw what a fresh cut could do." And that's what inspired this video. Because if you're a woman over 60, looking in the mirror and thinking, "This just doesn't feel like me anymore," maybe it's not about makeup or creams or chasing trends. Maybe it's your haircut. So today on Glow After 60, we're exploring the exact haircuts that help women look 10 years younger, effortlessly. Cuts that soften, that lift, that make you feel more like you again. And if that sounds like the kind of gentle inspiration you could use more of, I'd love to have you here. Just hit subscribe and let's glow together. Gracefully, beautifully, and boldly, right where we are. Part 1. The secret power of layers around the face. You know what's funny? The first thing people say when they see a woman with a layered bob isn't, "Wow, nice haircut." It's usually something like, "You look so rested," or "Did you just get back from vacation?" That's the quiet magic of face-framing layers. They don't scream for attention, but they do soften the face, gently cover smile lines, and draw focus to the eyes instead of the jawline. For many women over 60, that means less focus on the places we used to worry about, and more light around the parts of us that are still shining. One of the biggest mistakes I see: hair that's been cut in one blunt shape, hanging straight down. That can actually pull the face downward, especially if your hair is spinning a bit around the temples or cheekbones. But with a few soft, angled layers that hug the face, suddenly, your cheekbones look lifted, your skin tone looks brighter, and you just look more awake. If you've been thinking, "I want something that makes me look younger, but still natural," this is it. A layered bob with face-framing pieces is one of the most flattering haircuts for older women, especially if you pair it with a little volume at the crown. We'll talk about that soon. Trust me, this small detail can make a 10U difference without anyone even realizing it was your haircut. Part 2. Why shorter cuts actually lift your look. Let's talk about length, because yes, it really does matter. One of the most common reasons a haircut can age us? It's simply too long. Hair that hangs well past the shoulders, especially if it's thinning, can pull the face downward, making everything feel a little more tired. But a well-placed jaw-length bob? That's a whole different story. It lifts, it defines. It creates a natural frame that highlights your smile instead of dragging it down. So many women over 60 are surprised when they first try a shorter bob. They expect it to feel too drastic or too young. But then they look in the mirror, and what they see is someone who feels light again. Fresh, elegant, free. One of my clients once said, "I didn't lose 10 pounds, but my face did." That's what the right bob haircut over 60 can do, especially when it hits just at the jawline or slightly below. And if you're worried about going too short, don't be. There are longer variations like the lob long bod that still offer the same lifting effect, just with a softer touch. The key is to avoid that heavy one-length shape. Instead, choose a cut with movement and structure, something that follows the shape of your neck and chin rather than hiding it. Because when the hair lifts here, gesture near chin, your whole look lifts everywhere. Part 3. These bangs work better than Botox. Let's talk about the most underestimated youth booster of all time, bangs. So many women over 60 avoid bangs because they worry it'll look too young, too trendy, or worse, too high maintenance. But here's the truth. The right kind of bangs can be the most natural way to soften your face and take years off your look. Think less, thick and blunt, more light and graceful. Curtain bangs are the perfect example. A gently part in the center or off to the side, framing the eyes and lifting the cheekbones, without covering your whole forehead. It's like an instant eye lift, without surgery. And then there are wispy bangs, soft, feathered pieces that float across the forehead. They're amazing for covering fine lines or a high hairline, while still keeping the look airy and elegant. What I love most is how bangs shift focus, away from deep-set lines, away from thinning spots, and directly onto your eyes, your smile, and that spark that never went away. One woman once told me, I didn't need Botox. I just needed better bangs. And I couldn't agree more. If you're still unsure whether bangs are too much, start with something soft. Ask your stylist for face-softening bangs for older women. Not bold, not boxy, just you, but a little brighter. And when they sweep gently to the side as you laugh, you'll remember why small changes often make the biggest difference. Part 4. Where volume should really be after 60. Let's be honest. It's not just about length or layers. For many women over 60, the real frustration happens right at the top, the flat crown. You wash, blow dry, maybe even flip your head upside down for volume. And 5 minutes later, it's back down, flat, defeated. But it's not your styling skills, it's your haircut. Most traditional bobs, especially one-length cuts, tend to weigh the hair down, especially around the crown. And as we age, hair naturally thins at the top. So, unless your haircut is designed to create lift, no amount of mousse will save it. What you need is structure. Specifically, a volume-boosting bob that's cut to add height where your hair tends to collapse. Try a graduated bob, shorter in the back, longer toward the front, with stacked layers near the crown. This subtle stacking builds natural lift, like scaffolding for your hair. Or go with a layered bob for flat crowns, where gentle layering at the top prevents that dreaded helmet effect and gives you effortless body without teasing or heat. One of my favorite transformations was a woman who came in saying, I just feel like my hair is sitting on my head like a hat. We added soft internal layers at the crown and kept the ends slightly tapered. She left the salon running her hands through her hair, saying, I didn't realize my hair could still move. Movement equals youth. And the right volume in the right place, especially for older women with fine or thinning hair, makes all the difference. So if your bob haircut feels too flat, it's time to reimagine your crown. Not with products, but with purpose. Part 5. Let color do the lifting for you. Let's talk about color. Not a full makeover, not a drastic change, just a little light placed intentionally. Because here's a secret. It's not always the cut that makes you look younger. Sometimes it's where the light hits. A simple set of face-framing highlights placed around the eyes and cheekbones can make your skin appear warmer, your features softer, and your whole expression just brighter. This is especially powerful for women over 60, when skin tone starts to shift, and natural gray or silver hair can sometimes wash us out a little more than we expect. The trick isn't to go blonder or darker, it's to go softer, adding honey, beige, or champagne tones around the face to create dimension and reflect light in all the right places. Think of it like a subtle filter. but in real life. And don't forget lowlights either. A few deeper tones blended in underneath can add richness, depth, and a youthful contrast that keeps the hair from looking flat or monotone. One woman told me after adding just a few highlights near her temples, "I didn't change anything else, but suddenly people kept saying I looked well rested." That's the power of color done with intention. So if you've already got a beautiful bob haircut, but it still feels like something's missing, ask your stylist about youthful highlights for women over 60. It's a gentle shift, but it can completely change how your haircut interacts with your features. Because sometimes it's not about going bold, it's about going brighter, right where it counts. Maybe no one else notices it right away. That shift in the mirror, that quiet yes you finally say to yourself again. But that's what the right haircut for women over 60 can do. It doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't try to make you look 30 again. It just reminds you that you're still here, still glowing, still becoming. Whether it's soft, face-framing layers, a bob haircut that lifts your jawline, a hint of curtain bangs, or just a few highlights that kiss the cheekbones. These aren't just hair tricks. They're gentle choices that say, I'm ready to feel like myself again. And if today's video gave you even one small idea to bring back that spark, I'm so glad you're here. Let me know in the comments, which of these haircuts felt like you? Which one are you thinking of trying next? And if you'd like more honest, uplifting beauty advice just for women over 60, you're always welcome here at Glow After 60. Hit subscribe and let's keep glowing, gracefully, joyfully, and unapologetically.